Puyi City. It was once the center of government before China became a republic. It bore the power, the prestige, and the authority of the so-called emperor. So, hi guys. Don't think that that's the whole thing. It's just an introduction. Huh? So, I am Ralph Christian Mendoza, the first, the last, and the only host of this talk show. Wow Factor. So, we're going to have a reaction video today. So, it is about the movie Emperor, The Last Emperor. So, some basic information and facts about the movie. The Last Emperor film is an epic biographical drama film which is directed by Bernardo Bertolucci. So it is featuring the life, the reign until the imprisonment of Puyi, the last emperor of Imperial China. This was released by Columbia Pictures in the year 1987, and during the conduct of the Academy Awards, it won the Best Picture and Best Director during the 60th iteration of the event. So did you know that it is the first Western feature film authorized by the Republic of China to film in the Forbidden City in Beijing? Like, it sounds very special. Well, just kidding. So, going back to our focus here in this reaction video. So, a little bit summary of the story. So, Puyi's life is depicted from his ascent to the throne as a little child to his imprisonment in the Fusion prison and political rehabilitation by the Communist Party of China. It is shown there the throwback and memories of his childhood in the Forbidden City and his reign as the Emperor of Imperial China, or the Lord of the 10,000 years. As he was imprisoned in the Fusion prison and treated as a war criminal and political prisoner. So soon after his arrival there, in the story, he attempted suicide but he is quickly revived and recovered and told that he should stand trial. So, as I mentioned earlier, it is a biographical film. Of course, it is based on a true-to-life historical events that took place in the last years of the Imperial China and the rise of the Chinese Republic. So it reflects the never-dying traditions of the Chinese people and the drastic political transition in the said country. So yes, some of these traditions, how they choose the new emperor. So as you can see in the video, or the movie rather, the Puyi became the emperor of China at the age of 3. Yes, whopping 3. Um, Maybe because in China they believe that no matter what your age is, as long as they knew you are the son of heaven, you will be hailed as the emperor. It was also depicted here, there, the way on how the Japanese used Puyi and his ambition to become emperor again. Yes, emperor again in getting Manchukuo. Why? Because if you're going to watch the movie, you can see that he was expelled in the Forbidden City after a coup d'etat. That what? Never mind. So after that violent incident that happened because of the rise of the Chinese Republic, and now there he lives in Tianjin, not an emperor anymore. So for the ending, for the fact that Puyi died because of a disease, it was great that they ended his story figuratively, like depicting him going back to the Forbidden City and proving and showing his power and emperorship to a little child there in the Forbidden City. So, if you're for more precise information, watch it by yourself. So now we're going to criticize the movie. And first, so I think the production team uh, did great in depicting the last emperor himself. They brought history back to life. The events that happened during the fall of Imperial China and its transition into a republic. The sets of attires and costumes were magnificent, showing the admirable culture of China in a vivid and lively way in the film. The movie is detailed and accurate in many aspects and has several beautifully shot sequences in the scenes. The soundtrack and effects used in the movie go smoothly with the scenes, giving those scenes more emphasis and feelings. And of course, if there are pros, there are cons. So, one thing that I observed while watching the film is there were some explicit contents in the movie like violence, drug use, and sexual scenes which is not suitable for very young audiences. Like, you know, it's to SPG, strong parental guidance, right? So, the those scenes like the bed scenes of Pui and his wife and consort, the breastfeeding of Armo to him, I think it shouldn't be showed like it's just a normal scene, right? For me, for me. Summing up all the observations I made and mentioned earlier, I can say that the movie was a success. It reflected Chinese culture and history through its scenes. They depicted the life of the last emperor of China effectively. So, wait. Okay, sorry for that alarm. So, going back for my last full show. Just kidding. My realization about the last scene, which in the scene, Puyi goes back to the Forbidden City and showed the child the cricket. The cricket is like him. The cricket, after his being expelled from the Forbidden City, it was stuck there at his throne. And after many years, it was free because of him. So it was like him. He, as a child at the age of 3, was already stuck in emperorship in that palace. And it's a sad thing that he couldn't enjoy his childhood because there is already a heavy burden unto him. And there, after all of those, he lived a simple life. Describing the movie in one word, bravo. Yeah, 3 claps for that. And again, I am your first, last, and only host for this talk show, Ralph Mendoza, for Wow Factor. See you again next time. If